Hi from the floor. And these are my friends for today. These are all the books I got in January, apart from the ebooks. But I'm going to go through these because some of them I already read and others I'm planning to read definitely in 2023, but maybe in the next couple of years. This is quite a lot of books, so and I have a lot of ebooks as well, so we will see how long does it take. Some of them are or actually sorry, these and these are second-hand books and these are the new ones, and I just wanted to show them. So let's start with from the bottom up, because that's the biggest book, so we can have a good foundation for the tower. And this is a well-used book, 25 years in pictures, and this is from 1915 till 1910 till 1935, and I found it in Oxfam for £3. Yeah, £3. And look at this. I like it. This is just so beautiful. I know this is secondhand, so I don't mind that. And I don't like to read history books, but because it's full of, let me just show you, full of pictures, it's quite nice, and you know, it has the dates on the top. And I would like to educate myself a little bit more about history, because once you get out of college, you start to forget a lot of things. And honestly, I don't read historical fiction or anything related to history, so this is a good book to start, and it's quite nice. Yeah, for £3, I think that was a bargain. The second one, I have a Kate Morton book on my reading list, because I choose 23 books to read in 2023. What a surprise! And I have I will just double check it, but I have one book to read from Kate Morton. I don't know why did I choose it, but I had it. Yeah, Kate Morton Homecoming, as you can see. But I couldn't find that book, and I wanted to read it in an actual book. So I found this one. I'm not sure whether is it a good exchange, because this is 599 pages. So that's a quite chunky one, but it was £2 or £1. So, and it's in good condition. I never read from Kate Morton, so I'm looking forward to read something from her. And this is going to be a book instead of Homecoming. Then I found this, The Curse of Salamander Street. Honestly, I don't know anything about this apart from this is a middle grade book. I think that's what it's called. It's for children. So I like everything related to fairy tales, so this looks good, and that was probably like £1, and I presume it's easy to read, so that's good. Then I got this one from Amazon, secondhand. A lot of people were talking about this book, The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and it was very good. I really enjoyed it. Actually, I read it in 2 days, and As you can guess, my native language is not English, so reading like 400 pages within 2 days, for me, that's very good. So I really enjoyed this one. And that was something like $8.50 online. Then I love browsing in charity shops. That's when I'm going to get the groceries, I go into charity shops and I have a look, rummaging around, because quite a lot of books are not even opened, or I don't know how people read the books, but they are not even breaking the spine, so that's very nice. And I got a few books from charities. So this is from, I think it was, yeah, it was from Oxfam, $2.50, The Wheel of Time. I would like to first read it and then watch the series. So I got this for $2.50, so that's good. I can have a look whether I like this series or not. So that's one. And then I think this was, no, it was from somewhere else, but I got these two, Glassword and King's Cage, from Victoria Aveyard. I have seen this series as well. I think I'm missing the first one and the fourth and fifth, I think. But these were £2, so I got them because I like fairy tales, I like fantasy. So if this good, it's good. If it's not, I can, you know, it doesn't cost a lot. I can still give it away to someone else. And then I think I got this one together with this one. I will show this together because I think they are both new books. To Love and to Loathe. I got this one. That was I think £2. And I got this beautiful one for $2.50, and both from charities. And then I'm going into Waterstone, and I have seen this book for £10. So I was very, very glad I got one. And this is Arthur Conan Doyle, The Adventure of the Blue Carbuncle. I'm not sure I pronounced the last word right, but I will show you the title. I got these two, and these are new, so I will just put it there. And then I'm a saver of antique books or old books. This is from I think it's 1958, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's an old book, and it's A Child in Westminster Abbey. And this is just beautiful. I like these. Sometimes I have a lot of similar books in my home library in Hungary. And sometimes I just go to the bookshelves and I just grab one and start to read. Even, you know, if I'm not finishing it, I just go into it and I read, and I like the smell, I like the texture. I like everything about old books, and honestly, it's just fascinating me that someone got it like 60, 70 or even 140 years ago, and I can hold the same book in my hand. So that's just amazing. And this is a very pretty book anyway, so this is going to go home to Hungary. And I got this, I think that was £5 from one of the charity shops. And The Happiest Man on Earth by Eddie Jaku. I got this book because I read Edith Eva Eger's books, The Gift and The Choice, and I really liked them. She was talking about him, and I was very happy because I have seen in one of the shops, and I got it for, I think that was £2. So I'm really looking forward to read this book. I'm really looking forward to this. And also I read Viktor Frankl's book as well, and that was interesting too. So I got this one, and we have 4 more. these are, I think, mostly from the same shop. I'm not sure where did I got this one, because this looks new, but I definitely, oh maybe, oh okay, no, maybe that was, oh okay, so this is new. That's from Works. That was £2, I think. Oh no, 75 pence. I remember that. So this is it. And together with the Arthur Conan Doyle book, I got this one for £2. So that's the Spanish Love Deception. I have seen quite a lot of booktubers talking about this book. I love a good romance book, but yeah, I don't read a lot. I'm a crime fiction kind of girl, if I can call myself girl. But I like a good romance if it's interesting. And also, I don't know who else is buying books by their covers, but I'm like a magpie looking for shiny objects. And these are all a little bit shiny. So this is Thanks for the Memories. And it looks nice. It's interesting by the back of it, so I'm looking forward to read it. This is nice. Also, I think I have seen this book before, or maybe I already read it, but I'm not 100% sure, because the Hungarian translation, and also maybe it was something similar, but this is The House with Chicken Legs. And oh god, yeah, the cover is just absolutely stunning. Even if I don't like the book, I will keep it because it's just pretty. And this one is The Mermaid and Mrs. Hancock. And again, a beautiful cover. So I got these, and these were, I think, I'm trying to remember, but I think it was each of them like £1.50, something like that. But nowadays, for to buy a book, an actual book, for £1 or £1.50, that's a bargain. So I'm okay with that. And then let's go on to the new books, because it's quite a few of them. And I will start with this one. I read it. I did not tag a lot of things in it, but I read it. As I said, I'm not a big romance reader, but I read this one, and honestly, I really liked it. I mean, this is not a usual romance book, so I really enjoyed it, and I was quite surprised, because I was afraid, you know, people talk about this and it's not gonna be nice. But I really liked it. I really liked it. So I'm happy about that. And I think I got this for, oh, I don't know, £5 probably, from Works. Works are the bookstore or stationery store. That's very good, because sometimes they stack up with books that are trending now, and they are selling for the fraction of the price, like in Waterstone or other shops. So I think that was okay. So I really like that. This is one of the books I want to read this year. Don't ask me how did I choose my to be read pile for this year, that 23 books. It was just all over. This is The Girl of Ink and Stars, and again, I heard lots of good things about this, and honestly, this is very thin, so I'm gonna be fine with that. And I like when the books are a little bit decorated, so this is a nice book. And I got it from online for something like £5. Again, a good old The Works, £3 each. I am in the middle of the Shadow and Bone series. I'm reading the second book, and I'm quite excited. I heard about these. A lot of people said they are actually better than the Shadow and Bone series, so I'm interested, and these were each £3, so that's a bargain again for a book. So I'm looking forward to read these. And do they have actually, what is this? Oh no, these are just black pages, because I was thinking whether they have any decoration, but no, it's just black pages. So I got those, and I got this one, I think, because they came together from Waterstone, and it was a buy one and get the second half price, and one of them were half price, but both of them are £9. Oh no, this is £10 and this is £9. The Island of Missing Trees, that's on my list as well, so that's the reason why I got this book. And oh god, I did not think about this, that at 38 I'm going to buy books by this or the cover because it's shiny, but hello, I do that. So I will read this one this year, and I got this one because it's a fantasy book, it's pretty, and I heard a lot of good things about this as well. I know this is the second book in the series, if I'm right, but I know they have the first book in similar with the sprayed edges, but I couldn't find that, so I will keep looking for that. Oh. Yeah, starting with this, but these are the other books I got. So the Emily White's Encyclopedia of Fairies, a lot of people were talking about this together with The Girl Who Drank the Moon, that these are very, very nice. And because I already read The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and I really enjoyed it, I think I'm going to enjoy this one as well. But I got this from the internet, from Amazon. Amazon is very dangerous because it's quite convenient, and that's not good. That's not good. My purse doesn't like that. But anyway, I got this one. Also, a lot of people are talking about this series, and I don't know what is it about, but everybody talks about this. And I said to myself, if this is that popular, I'm going to give it a go and see how do I like it. I know this is the second book, The Ballad of Never After. It's the second book. The first one is Once Upon a Broken Heart, if I'm right. I don't have that, but I will read this, and maybe I will read the first one if I like this. Also, I read Uprooted from Naomi Novik, and I really like that. That was a very, very strange kind of fantasy with some sort of folklore. So I really enjoyed that, and I think this is the third book in a series, but I'm very bad. I really like this. I have a beautiful bookshelf at home, but I don't have, I have a lot of antique books, but at the last couple of years, I used my Kindle mostly, and I prefer books. And I was abroad, so I haven't been in England for a couple of years, and it's just coming back and realizing they do this now to books is it's just bad. It's just bad because I want to have all of them. They looks nice, so I'm really looking forward to read this. And I found it in Waterstone, and this is just a normal black one inside. So I got these two, and the last two I started to collect Mina Lima books last year when I was in Hungary and my husband traveled to England. So I got this one, and I got the second book because they are so pretty, so interactive. And lastly, what I wanted to show is my beautiful reading journal. I read since I can read. That was my big escape for my whole life. I really, really enjoy reading. And nowadays I really enjoy audiobook as well. It's quite handy because when I'm cooking or when I'm walking or when I'm driving even. But I started to do a reading journal because after a while I just lost the memory of what books I read exactly. If you want to recommend the book to someone and you read a lot, and if it was not a big impact but it was very good, sometimes I can't remember. So I decided I will do a reading journal, and if it's a 3-star or more and it's worth to mention it, or I can take out at least 1 or 2 things that I really liked about that book, I will write about it, just a tiny bit. So next time someone comes into my home library and asking about books that I read, I can say something about them rather than just don't even remember whether I read them or not. So this is my reading journal. I got the journal from TK Maxx. It's quite a decent one. It has a lot of pages, and also the paper itself, I don't know. No, they don't have the exact measurements for how thick is the page, but I did not have any bleed through with my midliners and Tombow, and also I used some no-name ones, and the paper is quite okay. As you can see here, it's not bleed through. It did not bleed through. So yeah, that's my reading journal. I don't know whether how. So these are the books over 400 pages. I'm reading the Daughter of the Moon Goddess, but it's still happening. And the Uprooted, yeah, that was over 400 pages. Even I listened to the audiobook. This is the index, and I read quite a lot of books. I read 19. So these are the 23 books I decided to read in 2023. As I said, I have Monte Cristo and To Kill a Mockingbird. These are more like classical ones. As you can see, that's a self-development one. The Power of Habit. Kite Runner, that's I don't know where should I put it, but that's again something to think about. I read A Man Called Ove. Oh God, I laughed, I cried. I wanted to adopt him. Sometimes I wanted to shout on him. But yeah, this is a self-development book as well, or kind of. And the second, as I said, this is the Kate Morton Homecoming, but I will read something else instead of. So these are some of the books I have on my bookshelf, like Midnight Blue. Oh no, actually no. I have a similar book with the cover, but it's a miniaturist, I think that's the title. So the next page is a series tracker. I read Jeff Wheeler's Harbinger series. That's very nice. I'm on the 3rd book, and I'm listening it on audiobook. Listening to the audiobook. This is a reading bingo. It's okay. I don't think I'm going to be too keen on this next year. So these are the books by color. So the yellow is 1 book I read during the day, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and depends on the color how many books did I read on that day. The average is like 3 books a day, so I rotate between 3-4 books. This is a page where I mark when I finish the book. So these are the days when I finished 1 or 2 books, or I had one when I finished 3 there. And I have seen these ideas in other reading journal videos, so I don't know where did they came from, but that's the author's backlog. So I think I will look up Jeff Wheeler for sure. I really like him. I like his style. I like his imagination. So I want to know some more about him. These are book recommendations. I did not get any good book recommendations up until now. This is my little bookshelf, and I have a little index card with the color chart. So when I finish a book, I color in, and the yellow ones are 5 stars. I think the blue is 4 and the green is 3 stars. Yeah, the shameful page. These are all the books I bought just in January, and these are not all books I paid for. Some of them are actually free books, or quite a lot of them, as you can see. But I have a tendency to surf on BookBub. That's another bad page to go, because they have a lot of free books. So this is my ABC challenge. It's not a lot going on in here at the moment. And then we arrive to January, and I have 1 queue for ebooks, 1 for books, 1 for audio, and 1 for mentor box, because I'm going to indicate when it's mentor box a book, so I know that I did not read the actual book by myself, that I listened to the author telling me what is it about. And these are the pages I did. As I said, 12 Gift by Edith Eva Eger. It's a very good book. I had a lot of aha moments in there, and a lot of heartwarming messages from her. She's amazing. Yeah, that's the Uprooted. Some of the books are quite tiny. If it's not something I did enjoy that much, I just write a little bit about it. And sometimes I don't care about decoration, as you can see. Oh, there you go, Book Lovers. I really enjoyed this one. I was quite surprised. And these are the last 2. The cover is missing from here. So these are the books I got. Some of them are on my reading list. Some of them are already read by me. And some of them just happen to be in my way, and I really like the covers. And I'm really excited to read, especially the fantasy books. This was my video about the books I got in January, and also the books, my reading journal. And I did not talk about the books I read in January, but I think I'm going to do a different video about that, because this is going to be a long video anyway. So have a lovely day. Bye bye.